guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day. Again, I am pre-recording this. Hopefully you'll be used to it by now. So today I am going to show you my Christmas projects that are currently on the hook and needles. There are some that will be a priority and there will some that won't be. I am not talking about my Advent projects in this one because I have some patterns, but I want to kind of have a few days of Advent to kind of see what they're panning out to be, if it's going to be a fade, if I can make as I go, all that kind of stuff. But I will show you Advent patterns and also some other Advent patterns that I think are gorgeous, but I'm just not making this year. So that's going to be another video. But I thought I would show you some of the gifts that I'm making and that are in progress. One of them is Chris's. So, husband dear, if you're watching this, don't watch this one. Just, I know you like watching my vlogs, but just don't watch this one. It doesn't have the kid in it, so it's fine. It's just me talking to a camera. Okay? Switch off. You gone? Good. Okay. So, let's start with his first, just in case he is still watching. Christopher, if you are still watching, don't watch for the next, 3 minutes. Awesome. Okay, so, one of Chris's, I'm making Chris a number of presents. It's Christmas, it's our anniversary, it's also his birthday at the end of January. So this time of year is when I'm in proper present giving mode for Chris, and I usually fail, and then I say, oh, I'll just do something for next year, and then the cycle continues. But this year I am determined to get him at least one handmade gift. By me. So, are you... Okay, stop looking. I'm making him a scarf. It's a double knit scarf. So, that means it's double-sided. So, it's... the mirror image. So, double knitting is not only the name of weight of yarn, but it's also a style of knitting where you basically have both your knits and purl sides on the needle alternating. It's a really clever technique. It creates a very lovely bouncy fabric, and it is an alternative to knitting in the round and then kind of grafting at the end for tubes that you want to end up being flat, because this does end up flat. I really love the sides, that I've got a slip stitch side. It's really squishy. This yarn will need a good blocking. The yarn I am using is Rico Essentials Merino Aran. And yeah, he basically said he wanted a stripy scarf about 3 years ago. So I'm making him a stripy scarf. Now my plan is to take this away. This is going to be my main project this weekend at the Lay Family Retreat, because however much double knitting is not just straight knit, stocking it, it's still mindless enough that I can be chatting while I'm doing it. So this is currently living in a So Yarnalicious otter bag that I got from Perth Festival of Yarn. I am going to switch it out for a Christmassy bag at some point, but I haven't done that yet. The rest are in Christmassy bags. Not all of them. Okay, next one is teacher gifts, and I actually don't have anything to show you apart from the start of a toe. I am making little stockings. So for those of you who've watched a couple of Vlogmases before, I've made little Advent-style little stockings out of DK yarn. I'm going to make a little stocking each for Amelia's teachers and TAs, teaching assistants, with white toes, heels and cuffs, and then either this ridiculous monstrosity of yarn, it's gorgeous, Amelia has a pair of mitts out of this, or this yarn, which I believe is Hobbycraft Soft and Silky. Now, I think this is DK. It looks like DK. If it's not, I'll just go down a hook size. So I'm going to be making them little stockings which will have some chocolates in it. Just something where we contribute to kind of a group gift that the parents do, but also I like giving some personal things as well. So those are kind of top of my list because one, they're easy and quick, and two, I just want them done because the end of term is next week. So that's teacher gifts. Then we have a gift for Amelia, which is, that was hanging out in my hot chocolate bag, which is by Bertie and Poppet. It's a nice, really lovely, well interfaced bag. I really like this one. Yeah, it's a shame it's just for Christmas. I might use it into January though. Right, next in a Mrs. S Creations Christmas bag is a gift for Amelia. So this yarn is by Sable Yarns, and it is called Kapow Cock. If you see that, you can see the inner a bit better. So it goes from neon pink to purple to blue to green to an acidic greeny yellow in the middle. This was from a gradient sock blank, which she has then caked up. Yeah, it's a sock 425 meters. So it's like peacock, but kapow, because it's neon. And I got this skein through the post, and Amelia immediately went, "Oh, is that for me?" Which meant I need to make something into it. I have one of my festive stitch markers from the Corner of Craft, my little gingerbread house, on it to show me the right side, and I am doing the Fuss Free Festival Shawl by Louise Tilbrook, which is a very simple pattern. Again, I'm going to take that with me this weekend, and just simple knitting is what is needed, or simple crafting isn't what is needed this weekend. So that's that one. Next, and I'm going to try and get these finished today. This finished today is Living in a... Now, who did this bag? I think this is from Thimble and Thread Make, from an autumn box. Again, autumn bag. It's a bit big for the project that's in it, but I am making a hat for my father's partner. She saw my colourful keepsake shawl, which is a pattern by Tunisian knits, and went, "Oh, I really love the dark green and the pinks together." And she really liked one of the texture patterns on there, so I have recreated it in a hat. So the yarn I'm using is 2 strands of 4-ply held double. One of them is the yarn that I used in the colourful keepsake, which is Studio Donegal yarns, I think. Yes. And then I'm holding it double with, and I've got the label in here, Kinross 4-ply. Both of them are actually lamb's wool, in Scots Pine. This I bought at Perth Festival of Yarn for a different project, which didn't work out. It was a test that I ended up injuring myself doing, which wasn't very good. And then the contrast is Merino Aran by Stranded Dye Works, in Jude's Tits Out Collective, Bras Off a Clock, I think it's called. So it's just their Merino Aran, in that gorgeous pinky orangey with some purple speckles gorgeousness. And yeah, that's what it looks like. I think is this called the thermal stitch? I'm not sure. I'm at the point of doing the decreases, which are where I had to sit on Stitch Fiddle and work it out on a chart to make sure it worked. And if it does work and if it looks nice, because normally this is slip stitch knitting, so mosaic knitting. If it does work, then I'll write it up and as a pattern if anyone wants it. I'll need to get it tested and tech edited. But yeah, I couldn't, when I looked for kind of mosaic knitting, very simple hat patterns without the, like, just the cop-out garter stripes at the top, without actually working out the decreases in pattern, I couldn't find very much. So I just decided to kind of wing it and make it up as I go along. So it is an Aran weight hat. It would be one size unless I can work out the decreases for every other size. But yeah, so this is a present for Helen, my dad's partner, and my start of round marker is a party ring stitch marker from that's really bad. Who's it from? Nope, can't remember. I'll put it on the screen and down below. So that's that one. That's one of the gifts. I'm going to try and get that finished today because I'd like to get that done. Another one for me, living in my, who made this? Oh, this is Ellen. This is Kalok Ellen, also known as Mrs. Lamb's Yarns. This is one of her festive bags from last year that I love. It's got beautiful lining as well. And this is for me. This is the Millet Mitts, Millet Mitts, which look like that. I got the kit from Isolde. It is an Isolde pattern. It's part of her Knitworthy 4 collection, but I got the kit and the pattern from her and I am on mitten 1 and I am working my way up the colour work. Let's show you the side that's not. So yeah, it's a double cuff. It's really cosy. I think these might end up a little bit big, but actually I'd rather them big than too small. I have another one of the Corner of Craft beaded stitch markers to show start of round, and then I have 2 little wooden stitch markers, which I believe I got from Faye, who is Provenance Craft Co, as part of a kit a couple of years ago, to show where the increases are for the thumb gusset. But yeah, it was really cold here this week, so I want to get these done because these would be really handy on my bike in the mornings when I'm commuting into work. The yarn is Ralma Phenol PT2. Yeah. Which is lovely Scandinavian wool, Norwegian wool. So that's another one I kind of is on the, but I'm probably not taking it this weekend because colour work and chatting probably is not a good thing. But you never know. Maybe I'll take it for like breakfast knitting. Okay, what else? I have one blanket that I'm going to be working on over the festive season for Advent, which is my Radiating Squares Tunisian crochet blanket, which is a pattern of mine. I will put the link to Payhip and Lovecrafts below. It's here, it's on the floor, but yeah, it's here. I'm still working on it, even though the pattern is out. Yeah. There's some lovely versions that I've seen on Instagram, and thank you so much for those who bought it, particularly those who came to me via Gemma of the Little Grey Girl when I did a pattern collaboration with her and her yarn. Quite a few people bought the blanket at the same time as buying the cowl pattern, so thank you. But yeah, I'll be adding to this with the swap yarn that I'm getting from both my crochet buddies and also the girls from Knit Night. So I am also steadily still putting in my 20 yarn clubs from Giddy Knits and Giddy Yarns and Irish Artisan Yarns as well. That is living in this giant, gorgeous Socan Joe bag, which I commissioned her to make for me with the flower crown animals. Love it. It's also, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but glittery rainbow glitter fabric on the bottom. It's amazing. We love it. It's massive. Definitely fits this blanket on all the yarn. Lastly, I've got 2 garments on the go that I would really like finished very soon. First things first is another one living in a Socan Joe bag. This is my weather bag. You've seen this before. Certified to definitely include, be able to fit a toddler's head and a grown adult's head. That's how big this is. In here is quite a lot of chunky weight yarn, and I am making a version of the My First Holiday Sweater by... can't remember. It's a free pattern on her blog. You can also buy it on... See, I thought it was on her Etsy shop. I couldn't find it. So I'm going off the vlog at the moment because the only other place you can buy it is Ravelry, and I do not buy things off Ravelry. But so all the yarn is living in the Socan Joe bag, but the bit that I'm working on, because it is knit bottom up, so I'm doing a sleeve first, is in one of my autumnal, another one of Ellen's bags. This came part of the autumn box that she did as a collaboration with Ishrat of Fruitful Fusion and Verity of Truly Hooked last year, and it is very Christmassy red. This is the sleeve. This is a kind of chunky weight. I'm using Paint Box Wool Mix Chunky. In the, I don't even know what the colourway is. It probably doesn't say on the ball band. No, 1015. dark wine red, let's call it. And then I've got some very light grey and also some leftovers of the Truly Hooked Trance Chunky. And on the pattern, on the website, she has like these diamond motifs for the colourwork yoke. I am completely changing it and I'm doing it as a, now I wonder if I've got an example. Oh, yes, my Millet Mitts. Kind of like the snowflakes that are on this. So I've taken, basically I took the chart, I put it into Stitch Fiddle, I mucked about with it a little bit and went, okay, that I can put that in the space that I've got. So it's not the same colourwork, but it's the same numbers. So yes, and I have put stitch markers in so that when I do the next sleeve, it'll be exactly the same length. Clever! I finished the increases on the sleeve now. I'm just working my way up. I probably want, because I think the yoke will start kind of there. So I think I kind of want another inch probably of length on there, which means probably an inch isn't that long and chunky, 6 rows, something like that. So, and then I can, I'll do the other sleeve, and I won't take the other sleeve with me this weekend. Maybe I'll start the body, because that is definitely round and round and round and round and round. It's just a giant sock. There is one project that I don't have with me right now. Oh, I just pulled a stitch. Which is a pair of socks that I'm making for one of my oldest friends. That is currently car knitting, and it's in the car and I don't want to go and get it because it's cold outside. Last but by no means least is my crochet garment project, which I am on sleeves. This is a sideways, or rather middle outwards sideways constructed jumper called the That 70s Stripe pullover. It is by Inchworm Crafts. Inchworm Crafts on Instagram. It is size inclusive. I think the My First Holiday Sweater one is size inclusive as well. I'm not sure. I will put a caveat if it's not. But yes, I have got, it looks like this. I am using 4 colours of hand-dyed yarn. There's Bumbling Yards, Midnight Diary, Rhapsody and Vicky Brown. And then also the grey is... I can't remember who the grey is by. Bergère de France. There we go. Which is their merino worsted. These are all merino, I think. Yes, these are all merino. And yeah, I've got the width. It is a cropped batwing style jumper. So now I am just on the decreases. Basically, it decreases from the waist up into these batwing style sleeves. So it is literally it's just round and round with grannies and increases. And I just need to do it. So I might take this with me this weekend too. So I think this one, Amelia's shawl, and this one, Chris's present, are going to the Lay family retreat with me this weekend. And I'd like to get these stockings, at least one of the Millet Mitts, and this hat done before the weekend. And I think that's it. I will be back at some point later in Vlogmas to talk to you about what I'm planning to do with my Advent yarns. I'm not going to start any of those projects straight away because I want to see how the colours progress and shift and things like that. So, but you will get to see them every day because I'll be popping them on at the end of every video. So yeah, right. I think that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.